Jeff will demonstrate it, and I'll break it down a little bit. We'll talk about it before we go on to the next section, and then we can. It deals with the same kind of hand pattern. Lay on us, man. About the way he's playing it that stands out to you, that you notice? Anything? Anybody?
Constant motion.
The constant motion, very good. Drive, right?
Tight.
Yep, yeah. It's very energetic. Yeah, it's got a lot of energy to it. It's really like, it's really kind of, it's got an edge to it. It's also all toms. What's being driven from underneath, your feet are driving it, right? So what are your feet doing in this? Right on. Anybody, any of the drummers tell me, are there any famous drummers that might play like that? You might have to dig deep. Some of you might be too young to know.
Neil Peart?
Buddy Rich.
Buddy Rich?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely bottom in there, the tom stuff. Anybody else? Anybody else?
Gene Krupa.
Krupa? Yep. Sorry?
Sure.
Yeah, there's a lot in there. Totally, who said keep it? Right on, man. That's a big one. What about the hi-hat? Anybody? Hi-hat? How about Art Blakey? Anybody?
Oh yes. Yes.
Art Blakey's all over that, man. This is like taking. So here's a synthesis of what the drum part is. You got anyone else have anyone else that you think of drumming wise? Maybe some of the parents might know.
Louis Bellson.
Okay, yeah, there's some wacko in there totally. With the open, that left side floor tom for sure. How about Animal? The way that I like to think of it, this is a complete synthesis of Keith Moon, Animal, Buddy Rich, Art Blakey. How about Elvin Jones?
Yeah.
That rolling, right? Elvin Jones, man, rolling thunder. Like, just get the toms rolling and it's just like falling on over and playing, right? Maybe some Ringo in there too, kind of the toms like kind of falling on themselves a little bit. So that whole thing is synthesized in that. So now you're going to try and take this energy, we're going to try and move it into spreading it out between all three of us. So, or four of us, sorry. So what's going to happen now is, traditionally we have what is known as a big drum, a large bass drum, and then smaller bass drum and tom, and then a set of concert toms. We're going to break it down a little smaller. Here, you rock the big drum part. All right. So we're going to play a little part of the show. This is from what is known as Video Climb. It's from one entrance. We'll play about, I don't know, it's maybe 32 bars or something like that. First thing that also that happens in the show, and this is another thing that maybe in marching drums you understand, but also in a lot of other societies too. There's a call, right? So when everybody's ready and set to go, somebody plays the call and we all know to start entering at that place. So this thing starts on the stage from a call from the kid. Actually, the kid and percussion kind of play it together, and it's it's kind of let in. So when you're ready, count us in, and we'll lay it down. Right? Yeah. All right. Yeah, you want to try it? hear how those fit together, right? In itself, it really creates something really nice there. It really gives you some kind of motion, keeps it going. So what you got to remember is it's got to drive, right? Which doesn't mean you want to maybe be a little bit on top of the beat. Just push it a little bit more, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to start you guys again, and then Jeff's going to come in, and now we're going to do something that's based on a little bit of theme and variation, all right? So Mandelbrot, which you played before, is played like this. You want to lay it down again? Okay, cool. So we got that, right? That's been established early on. That's like early in the show, drums and percussion established that. We carry it through the first half of the show. Now, we've got 3 other people playing here. So what do you got to do? You want to play more notes, or you want to play less? You want to play less. Yeah, you want to give the impact, like what someone said, like this has a lot of impact and drive. So you want to help that along. He's driving it with his feet, okay? So now, what can we do to like thin that out? What do you think you want to try and do on that? Where's a lot of the kind of busyness coming from, maybe? Snare drum. What's the thing that's going to stand out the most? Snare drum, right? Snare drum's popping out at you. So what's he going to do? He's going to thin that out a little bit, right? So let's get this going. You guys remember what he played? Hey, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and.